if you've done something more than once, it's technically a habit. We're all gonna die. I don't think smoking will kill you. I mean, any more than walking will kill you, because you do a hell of a lot more walking than you'll do smoking if you smoke responsibly. You just smoke like once in a while. I've been smoking once in a while for the past like 10 years. Like, I've never developed a smoking habit, but I guess it is a habit. It's just a occasional habit. Anyway, I do love a good smoke. It feels good in the lungs, and it makes you like, it's a stimulant. It's like drinking a cup of coffee, but a cup of coffee doesn't make you feel accomplished like a good smoke does. Anyway, so I'm about to be 27 years old. I'm on my 27th year of life, I should say. Been alive for 26 years. I'm going on my 27th year of life. And, well, I guess you just keep on going, you know? We're, the cats are knocking on the window. Knock it off! Headed on my 27th year of life. It feels good. It feels good to be here, you know? I think, you know, without the search for meaning, most of us would not have the will to endure the hardships of life. And for someone like me, by that I mean someone who has spent most of their time alone in life, and you know, of course, I have a tribe, I have a community, and it's a strong one. Like, a lot of people are with me, you know, but I have spent most of my lifetime alone, and I can, you know, continue to do that, and that makes the search for meaning so much more important, because feeding yourself is easy. Drinking enough water to keep yourself alive is easy. Not freezing to death and not burning underneath the sun is easy in California, you know? I mean, there's obviously a homeless problem, extraordinarily large homeless population. I mean, I'm sure though that there's hunger, but I don't think there's starvation. I mean, it's so easy to eat. It's so easy to eat. You have to not want to eat, you know? Anyway, what I was saying is, life is so, the basics of life are so easy that without meaning, none of us would be able to survive. We would go insane, and that's why so many people do go insane, you know, develop depression, things like that, because, like, what is the point of life if not to find meaning and to exercise your meaning? And so you've got to find meaning. And people who have children, they have meaning in their children, and that's what's cool about people who have kids, who are my age, who have had kids for a long time. Like, they have meaning, and so they will never face the throes. Well, they probably still will face some of the horrors of the truth of mortality. But there was a time and there's a phase that people go through where they have to find meaning, early in their life. Otherwise, they are gonna suffer for a long time, And that's why divorce is so hard on people, because so many people get married young and they are given meaning in one another and in their children, and when they're separated, they become one. They become alone, many for the first time in their life, and that's a hard thing to. That's a hard hell to live in, and it gets harder the older you get. I went through a mental hell for a long time, and I think I crawled out of the pit of it halfway through 24. And 25 was easy on me, considering how much I had to grow up when I was 24. And 26 was tough too. It was sobering. 26 was sobering, but in a good way. A much needed sobering. And 27, well, 27 is going to be good. I know it's going to be good because I've hit a stride here that I haven't felt in a long time. I've got a stride right now in business that I haven't felt since I started working for myself, when I first started getting some traction. Quit my job, and started working for myself. And I think if I just keep on it, then it's going to be a hell of a year. But I'm not expecting too much. I'm just living in a way that will get me to that outcome. My joy is now. My joy is in right now and is in every day on the way there, because I'm living such a good life. I've got good people around me, healthy relationships. I am eating well, not always healthy, but well. Work out every day. I love it, I've got good habits. I love reading books. I love working on my business, not being bothered. Training jiu-jitsu is super fun, valuable. Writing music, that's so pure and true. That's someone I've been since I was 4 years old, writing music, and I'm still doing it today. How much more proud of yourself beside staying true to your childhood self? That's something that once you lose yourself, and I've lost it before. I didn't write music for 2 years before this last half of the year. I stopped writing, maybe not that long, maybe a year, but it felt like forever. And that's a long time for me, because I've been playing music since I was born, And it changed me, not playing music. It changed who I am. I'm not the person I was when I was writing music every day. But I think it's a good thing, I like who I am right now. And it's nice. It's nice to be where I'm at, because I don't have to worry like I was worrying before about my life, about my outcome, about my future, about my finances. Now I can actually enjoy life and feel like I'm succeeding in life, even though there's so many struggles and challenges that I face all the time. The beautiful thing about my birthday is I'm happy. with my life now, and I'm happy to be any age. I'm happy to be any age. I'm just happy to be here, and happy with the way things are going for me in life. And I think the habits I have now, I can enjoy being this person if you put me back at age 12, or if you put me at age 65. I would be happy to be the person that I am today. Actually, when I'm 65, I'll probably be a much better person than I am now, certainly. But what I mean is, the habits that I have now would succeed me at 12 or 65, you know? I would be a good person. I would be doing well for myself, and I would be proud of who I am. Because, well, shoot, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be, you know, I've always wanted to be a superhero and an agent of God, you know? Like, just, I just had such a good relationship with God that this was the only path that I ever could have taken in life. And I mean, it feels good. I love the heaven and hell of my life. I'm happy to fight the fight I have. You know? We've all got our own fight. We've all got our own fight. And I'm happy to fight mine. And you ought to be happy to fight yours too, because you don't get to choose. You can work on getting out of it. You can work on winning your fight, you know? And that's there's fights inside of the fight, you know, that you've got to win. And winning those might make you feel like you're in heaven for a time before the next evil rears its head and you have to vanquish it, you know? And well, just keep on and be grateful for the opportunity to fight, you know? Don't get on social media and complain about the fight you gotta fight. Just fight it. Otherwise, you're gonna die a coward, and you're gonna die in fear. And there's no hell more true than dying in fear. When you die, you want to die in gratitude. You want to die in happiness. You want to die with honor. And that is the truest heaven. That is the truest heaven. Death in honor. That is eternal life. Eternal damnation is death in fear. That is the truth about heaven and hell. I've been spending time with friends. I'm gonna spend time with more friends this weekend, and during the week, you know, have dinner with my family. And just keep on living my life, man. I got a business to run. It doesn't run on its own, you know. Someone's got to turn the wheels. And and jiu-jitsu, you know, I'm going to train on Monday morning. It's going to feel so good. I trained last year on my birthday. It was a Sunday. This year it's going to be a Monday. And just do all the things I love, you know. I eat all the food I love already, so I'm not too worried about the food I eat. But, you know, just have a good drink with my friends. Enjoy the moments of celebration, of, you know, people getting together to celebrate you. That's not to be taken for granted in the slightest, you know. If one person does something to make you feel good on your birthday, that's amazing, because why do you expect why would you expect anything from anyone just because it's your birthday? It's not their day. Their day is the same day as every day. So for them to, for them to invest energy, thought, and action in you on your day, like, that's great. And anyone who wants to, that's always cool. I really respect that tradition of hanging out with someone around their birthday. I think that's a cool thing, and I try to honor and respect that as much as possible with the people I care about. Like, I'm a super my schedule is super frantic, and I can never really determine whether or not I can make an event or make an engagement. But I try when it comes to birthdays, because I know how important that is to people emotionally, and also I know how much it means, how much value it has to be a friend to someone, a genuine friend. And that's what a genuine friend would do, is sacrifice to be at your birthday, And it's ridiculous. There's birthdays all the time, especially around this time in the spring. Everyone's got birthdays. I've pretty much been to a birthday event like every weekend for the past month and a half, and that's another thing, is like, my birthday comes around and I'm like, dude, who cares? Like, we've already had so many birthdays. It's all the same thing, just, you want to see me, dap me up, give me a coffee or something, like, let's do that anytime, Anyway, life's good, man. Keep my words to heart about life, the meaning of life, find the importance of finding meaning in life, and the consideration of your own mortality, your life and death. Like, whether or not you believe in an afterlife, that doesn't matter. You're going to die, and you're going to have to face that moment of death alone, with just you and God. Your parents cannot be there. Your loved ones cannot be there. Even if they're standing in the room, you've got to answer the door. Death is going to knock, and you have to open the door. It's going to wait for you until you open it, and then that's the end. That is your infinity. Whether or not you believe in an afterlife or not, you're going to have to face your infinity. So come to terms with that. Make peace with it in any way you can. And keep that in mind. That's my word. Those are my words of advice on my 27th year around the block. Thanks, guys.